I do believe that this whole flexible work environment is here to stay, not just at the corporate level, but I think, there's a lot of pressure at the store level. You've got the, different kind of national brands saying 4-day work weeks. And what are your thoughts in terms of what that flexible work environment is going to look like and how companies can evolve themselves to manage through that and have people thrive in those environments? Everybody's I think too many companies focus on that bottom line in that process, but it is important, right? You still have to be able to make a living and make a profit. So
it's fun because I got to watch my kids hit their head and get into the industry, and my youngest son keeps getting out of the industry and then keeps coming back, and my oldest went to college for it. So he's a lifer. He's in. And quality of life was way more important to him than it was for me when I grew up, right? So I was like, I'm going to work.
Yeah.
You and I talked about work-life balance. I was out of balance as a young person in my 20s when I was growing a company.
Yep.
Totally work-centered, and then you have kids and you're like, okay, well now I got to be
the shifts.
And I was conflicted, but we didn't have the tools we have today to be connected to either place, right? So I've totally gone away. I used to teach the work-life balance. I used to say, if you're at home, be at home.
Yeah.
If you're at work, be at work. If you're at home and all you do is think about work, then go to work.
Yeah.
If you're at work and all you're thinking about something going on at home, then go home.
Go home.
You're not being any good to either one.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, you're plugged into everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
You're always plugged into work. You're always plugged into home, and you have a lot more flexibility over your day. I also used to be a little bit afraid of people working from home.
Yeah.
And a smart person told me, this was our CAO at Carl Strauss, if you don't trust them working from home, then you got the wrong person. As long as the what's on their plate gets done on time and accurately, and they're doing a good job that way, I don't care if it takes 10 hours and I'm paying them for the whole week, right? So if you're getting your job done, some of my people get more work, right? So the ones that are getting, it's unfortunate for them, because if I'm really good at my job and I can do all my job, then sometimes I that's the person I give the task to.
Yeah.
Because I know they're going to do it quick and they're going to do it accurately and on time. And if you keep taking on tasks, I'm going to keep giving them to you. So once you feel overwhelmed, you've got to stop. You just got to say,
enough.
I don't have time for this right now. Or which of these, you help me prioritize these 5 things you just gave me, because I can't do all 5 today.
And another book that I read that kind of changed, and it was recommended by Michael Mack, was The One Thing.
Yeah.
And, this idea that we only have so much battery life in a day and that balance is not achievable. Like, so if you think that you're going to have balance, everybody says, man, I need balance. I need to be balanced. There's no such thing. And I truly believe that. And I've had heated debates over whether or not there's balance,
So in 7 Habits, he recommends we put principles in the middle of those different roles that we have in life. So he has a wheel of home, life, church, friends, self-centered, enemy-centered, all these things.
Yep.
And we're always going between these things, right? So we're always the most talked about one is the work-home balance, right? It's the boss and the wife fighting over your time, right? So it's sort of that conflict. And what he suggests is, and this was life-changing for me, is you put principles in the middle. You put right and wrong. So you put in, what's the most valuable use of my time right now? So I'm having a baby and I'm opening a new store, right?
Yep.
Well, both my boss and my wife want me there. So I have to choose my value system filter.
Yep.
What's more important to me at that time? I might piss off my boss in that case. It might be my wife wants me to go out on a Saturday night and I'm opening a new store, and now I'm going to choose store, right? So then I'm going to piss off my wife. But I'm in charge of those choices based upon the filter that I use to see the world and what's most important in my values of life.
Yeah.
So I think you got to take ownership of the decisions and choices that you make, and that will help people get into balance.